speaking of re-engineering, I think I want to step back a little bit to reiterate the gaslighting that has happened, that we don't realize or are conscious of. When one thinks of colonial-triggered climate change, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? To my mind, it's South America and the loss of the rainforests and the loss of the biodiversity. I don't think of North America as a casualty of colonialism and of capitalism. And that is the extent to which it's been gaslit. We have no idea it's happened. And I think that again entwines itself into capitalism somewhere. Because colonialism and capitalism, to a large extent, are entwined.
Absolutely. I think that's part of what we forget. And we also forget when we look at America, essentially we are given a certain version of the history, If you look at America from the point of view of the indigenous peoples, or if you look at America from the point of view of black people, it's a completely different history. Because right now, the people who are in the so-called sacrifice zones in America are mainly indigenous and black people. So, for example, the Mississippi Delta, which is another very massively re-engineered landscape, that's the area that is actually worst hit. Every day, something like the equivalent of 5 football fields is going underwater in the Mississippi Delta. And the people who live there are almost entirely either indigenous or black. This is also an area which is very important for the fossil fuel industry, So this is also an area which has terribly bad chemicals, chemical contamination across the landscape. Houston, one of the richest cities in the world, the 4th largest city in America, has been absolutely drowned 3 or 4 times in the last few years, We can see already the long-term effects on these landscapes. And I think there, it's really important to make the connection with our own cities, Because, let's say, one of the things that is so noticeable is that the colonial cities of India were built at almost exactly the same time as the big colonial cities of North America. Mumbai was founded in the same decade, the 1660s, as New York,
And also re-engineered, as you said. Would you like to just go back for a second? Sorry, I'm interrupting you. But you spoke about how the colonial settlers on the eastern coast of North America re-engineered large parts of the eastern states to resemble England. So New England, New York, New London. And they did so specifically, let's talk about New York, by reclaiming significant portions of lands to make the New York that we know today. Something similar was done to Mumbai as well.
Yes, absolutely. As we know, Mumbai in the 1660s, when the British first got Mumbai from the Portuguese as part of the dowry of Catherine of Braganza, Mumbai was 6 islands. And the Portuguese had the common sense not to build on the islands. They actually made their base in Bassein, Vasai, which is on the mainland. But the British decided to reclaim large parts of Mumbai, so they joined these 6 islands together over a period of, let's say, 100 years or so. Now, these islands were reclaimed from the sea, but actually, the water never gives anything up willingly. And these islands are going to go back to the sea. One of the most important impacts of climate change is that the Arabian Sea is heating up incredibly fast. The Bay of Bengal is also heating up fast, but the Arabian Sea is heating up even faster. So cyclones are essentially heat engines.